China just revealed a robot that has the world on edge. A robot just knocked its own creator flat on the ground with a single kick, and he said it would have shattered bones without protective gear. That same machine then walked a live police patrol through a city of 17 million people. This is not science fiction. This is China in 2026, and it is just getting started. First, let's talk about who built this thing, because EngineAI is not your typical robotics startup. For years, humanoid robots have followed the same script: folding laundry, carrying cups, doing slow, careful demos that look impressive, until you realize one wrong move, and the whole thing might tip over. Cool? Yes. Intimidating? Not really. Then EngineAI came in and basically said, yeah, let's do the opposite. Founded in 2023 in Shenzhen, they didn't aim for polite, helpful robots. They built something bold. Their flagship machine, the T800, comes with a tagline that says it all: born to subvert. And honestly, it lives up to it. This isn't a small lab experiment. The T800 is a full-sized humanoid, about 1.73 meters tall, weighing around 75 kilos, basically human-sized, but built like a machine that means business. It can run, jump, change direction fast, and handle objects with precision using sensor-packed arms and real-time AI decision-making. And the numbers? They're kind of wild. It can move at 10.8 kilometers per hour, run for up to 5 hours, and see everything around it with a full 360-degree LiDAR system combined with stereo cameras constantly adjusting in real time. Its joints produce over 450 Newton-meters of torque, more rotational force than most athletes can generate. On paper, it sounds insane, but EngineAI knew something important. Specs don't convince people. Anyone can write numbers. So, instead of another safe demo, their CEO decided to prove it in a way almost no one saw coming. When EngineAI first dropped footage of the T800 throwing spinning kicks like a trained fighter, the internet did what the internet does best: called it fake. Too smooth, too precise. No way that's real, people said. CGI accusations flooded everywhere. So the CEO did something completely insane. He said, fine, let it kick me. Fully geared up, he stepped in front of the robot and gave the command. The T800 launched a full-force sidekick straight into his torso and dropped him instantly. No hesitation, no glitch, just pure power. Then came the part that really got people talking. While the CEO was still on the floor, the robot had already reset. No wobble, no loss of balance, no delay. It snapped back into position like nothing happened, ready to go again. That's when the tone shifted. Because people weren't just looking at strength anymore, they were looking at control, raw power, and perfect stability. A combination that wasn't supposed to exist yet. To shut down the "it's fake" claims, EngineAI even released behind-the-scenes footage proving it was real. And just when people were starting to process that, something even crazier showed up on the streets of Shenzhen. It was spotted on patrol at Window of the World, walking side by side with armed officers. Not behind them, not being tested quietly in a corner. In formation, matching their pace, scanning the environment as if it belonged there. And the strangest part? People barely reacted. In a city like Shenzhen, a humanoid robot walking among humans didn't even cause a scene. That alone tells you how fast things are changing. But what really stood out wasn't just its presence, it was how normal it looked. No awkward pauses, no stiff movements, just a steady, controlled stride from start to finish. Officials say it's not a full deployment yet, just testing. A way to study how the robot handles real-world chaos and how humans respond to it. But let's be honest, every technology starts as just a test. Because while this was happening, CES 2026 showcased the T800 to the world, and EngineAI made one thing clear: they're moving from demos to real-world use. Mass production is already on the horizon. Backed by over $140 million in funding, this isn't a concept anymore. It's a system being prepared for scale. And when you see a machine go from kicking its own creator to quietly patrolling crowded streets, you realize something important. This isn't the future. It's already started. Now here's the part almost everyone missed, and honestly, it might be the smartest move in this entire story. EngineAI didn't just build a powerful robot. They built a system to make it improve itself faster than normal R&D ever could. In February 2026, they announced something that sounds straight out of sci-fi: the world's first humanoid robot fight league, the Ultimate Robot Knockout Legend. 16 teams, full-sized robots, real ring, real knockouts. And the rules? Brutal. 3 rounds. If a robot goes down and can't get up in 10 seconds, it's over. If a human has to step in twice, technical knockout. And during the fight, no human control. The AI handles everything: balance, attacks, defense, recovery, all in real time. Now, here's where it gets crazy. EngineAI gave every team a T800 for free. Millions in hardware, handed out before the first punch. The prize? A 10-kilogram gold belt. Sounds impressive, right? But that's not the real prize. The real prize is data. Every hit, every fall, every recovery, the system records everything. How force travels through the frame, how balance algorithms react, how quickly the robot adapts after impact. This is data you simply cannot recreate in a lab. And when you multiply that across 16 teams, dozens of fights, and hundreds of rounds, you get something insane. A machine learning system trained through real combat stress. In simple terms, EngineAI built robots, and then created a league where those robots get better by getting hit. The teams think they're competing, but in reality, they're running one of the most advanced robotics training programs ever created, accelerating development by years. While EngineAI was busy with street patrols and robot fight leagues, its rival, Unitree Robotics, was preparing something on a completely different level. In 2026, at the Spring Festival Gala, the most-watched broadcast on the planet, Unitree, didn't just showcase robots. They made history. Their segment, Cyber Real Kung Fu, featured a full fleet of humanoid robots performing fully autonomous martial arts. And this wasn't some slow, pre-programmed dance. We're talking parkour, aerial flips, drunken fist, even nunchaku moves, all executed in real time, perfectly synchronized. And here's the crazy part: not a single robot fell. These machines pulled off things never seen before: multi-meter flips, continuous one-leg rotations, even breakdancing spins that looked straight out of a human competition. Behind the scenes, it was powered by advanced AI systems combining LiDAR, motion sensing, and real-time coordination across multiple robots at once. Now rewind just 1 year. In 2025, Unitree's robots were doing simple synchronized dances. Impressive at the time, but compared to 2026, it looks like ancient history. That's how fast this space is moving. And then came the real shock. Unitree announced a target of 20,000 humanoid robots for 2026. Not prototypes, not demos, production. Their G1 model starts at around $13,500, cheaper than many cars. Meanwhile, platforms like Atlas Robot are still mostly experimental, and Tesla Optimus hasn't reached wide availability yet. Let that sink in. Humanoid robots, doing parkour on live television, are now becoming affordable and mass-produced. And that changes everything. Here's what 2026 really means when you step back and look at the full picture. This isn't just one company making headlines. This is an entire industry hitting a tipping point all at once. EngineAI proved the hardware is real robots that can take hits, deliver serious force, and move through crowded public spaces alongside humans. Their combat league showed something even bigger. Development doesn't have to be slow anymore. It can accelerate through real-world stress. At the same time, Unitree Robotics proved reliability: robots performing complex, high-risk routines live, in front of millions, with zero room for error. And when you connect those dots, you start to see the system forming. Every patrol feeds navigation data. Every fight feeds durability data. Every public performance builds trust and attracts funding. That's not random progress. That's a flywheel. And in 2026, it's clearly spinning. Massive investment is pouring in. Public showcases are being treated as proof of national capability. This isn't just about building cool robots anymore, it's about demonstrating technological power on a global stage. And the part most people missed? This didn't happen overnight. It just reached a point where it's impossible to ignore. How would you feel about it? Would you see it as the streets getting safer? Or would it make you think differently about who is actually watching? And what happens when the people in charge decide these machines are ready to do more than patrol? Drop your answer in the comments. If this video gave you something to think about, hit like and subscribe. We cover technology as it actually happens, not how the press releases describe it. See you in the next one.